Gary, many congratulations. Fairly commanding performance tonight. Had it all your own way, pretty much. Must be happy with 2 points.
Yeah, it was kind of going all right, and then when we can see Glen struggling. He's having an absolute mare now, and it doesn't help. When you expect, you play boys, and you know what they're going to do against you. You know they're going to hit 180s. Going to hit 140s, take big checkouts. But Glen's struggling. I'm struggling, but I'm not struggling as bad as what Glen is at the moment.
You've been through a form period like that. How hard is it to get yourself out of them when you've got to play night in, night out?
Like I say, I thought it'd work in our favours. We're playing every night. We've seen Michael got beat tonight. We thought after about 3-4 nights you'll see the boys starting to play their darts again. Whereas before it's you turn up on the Wednesday, play Thursday, you go on, and then you've got a week. So if you do get beat, you've got a week to get over it. I think now you get beat, then next thing you know, I need to win now. More pressure. So I don't know, it's kind of 50-50.
Looking at the table, this is probably one of the most closely contested Premier Leagues we've seen. It could be anyone's from here. It's just the aim, the top four at the moment, because trying to pick a winner outright seems impossible at the moment.
Now, the first start is get past the 9 weeks. At this stage, I think I've got 4 more points than what I thought I would have. But it's still tight. It is. But like I say, you get into the last part of the tournament, and then you aim for the last 4. That's it. Just make sure you make the cut in the first cut, and then the next aim is get into the last 4.
Are you pleased, and was it important to get yesterday's result out of your system? Because it wasn't a classic last night against Peter, was it?
I'm playing against Peter. I'm going, he's here for the taking. Just hit something, please. Just hit. Nah, couldn't even. I was on my tiptoes throwing darts. I could not let the darts go. I made the big mistake of staying in my room all day, never got out of my bed. Come down, play darts. Absolutely, rotten. Absolutely rotten. I've been out today having a good walk about with peggers and that, so I've been out my bed and seen a bit of Milton Keynes.
No Costa yesterday. That's unlike you.
That's that. Never got out of my bed. I think I got out once for a tinkle, and that was it.
Are you looking forward to getting tomorrow out of the way and getting home after this first in Milton Keynes?
Get home. Like I say, it's been a good week, but it's also been a hard week. Stuck in the hotel now. I think next time we come here, everything's back open, so I think that'll make a big difference. You can get out of the hotel, go for a good donder, and see what shops are open.
Gary, pleasure as always, mate, and we wish you all the very best tomorrow.
Wagamama's, Phil.
You're on.
We're on. Your treat.
Gary, I know there's a lot of mutual respect between you and Glen. Do you feel from a bit with what he's going through at the moment, or did you have to kind of detach yourself from that tonight and just do your own job?
Bit of 50-50. It is hard because you're up there playing and you're hearing and seeing what he's hitting. You know what Glen could do. Big 140s, 180 hitter, big finishes. If get shots a double, he'll take it out. We seen the other night. I think it was 15 darts at a double. And it wasn't even close. And that's not like Glen. So it is hard. But some of these boys, these are just animals. They'll just eat you up.
Do you believe he'll turn it around? Is it just a confidence thing?
Well, it is. Like I say, it can be the easiest game. It might be a game that he's not supposed to win, or the worst game he ever plays and wins, and that'll just turn the table. That's the way it can go. It's a funny game, darts.
And Johnny Clayton for you tomorrow night. What have you made of Johnny's start to the season?
Oh, Johnny's brilliant, isn't it? I like Johnny. Got a lot of time. You come across so many people in your life. You class as a gentleman. Johnny Clayton is an absolute gentleman. And I said that years ago, which I hate to be right again. I says if he finds it on stage, he will be an absolute monster, and he is. 9 dart last night, and we've seen Yossi hit a 9 darter tonight. It's getting better.
Yeah, those 2 9 darters, both from debutants. Do you think that the behind closed doors environment has allowed the newcomers to settle a bit quicker than perhaps under normal circumstances?
I did say in my first interview, I think they've got an easy start to this. I mean, one of the biggest nightmare you've got in the Premier League is walking out in front of 10,000 people. That is, honestly, when you talk about nerves, even playing up in Scotland, walking out in front of 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people. Honestly, you don't know what it's like. It's absolutely horrendous, the extra pressure on your shoulders and the nerves walking out in front of big crowds. So these boys are used to playing here, nice, quiet, surrounding area. It's a big change for the normal Premier League.
Just finally, coming into this interview, you said that last night the defeat hurt. How important was it to put that right tonight?
I had to get the points. Last night, honestly, I couldn't hit a band over a hedgehog. I could not reach that board. The body wouldn't let me throw. So it's nice just to get a few 140s up there tonight. There's a few signs I was snatching again, but now we got over and done with, over the line.
Cheers, Gary, and well done on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Gary, congratulations on the win tonight. Going into a game against a player struggling so badly like Glen is, what's going through your mind? What's the game plan?
Well, your game plan is right. Glen's struggling, so make sure you don't play worse than him. And the way my game goes now, it could be worse than what Glen's playing. But it's no hard. I mean, you're up there playing and they're hitting scores that you shouldn't be hitting. It's Glen usually phenomenal. Turn 40, turn 80, check out, bang, there you go, and that's it. And he's not been doing it lately. And I think he's, like I say, he's just in that bubble. It's a losing bubble, and the longer it goes on, the harder it gets. But once you get out it, you can say, well, what was all the worries about? Everything's fine again.
You spoke before about your performance last night. Were you pleased that you got a response?
What, by winning tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm glad I wasn't playing Clayton tonight. I think he would have battered me all over the place. But no, looking forward to play Johnny. He's played tonight. I think that's his first loss. Is it his first loss tonight? Yeah. Fingers crossed it'll be his second tomorrow. Fingers crossed. We'll see. No, he's Johnny is in that purple zone now, and he's a real deal.
So, given the fact he did lose tonight, are you expecting a reaction from Johnny tomorrow?
Well, it goes two ways. Yeah, he goes, sod that, I'm coming out and playing better, or he thinks about it and makes him play worse. I prefer the second one.
Of course. 5 points for you from the first 4 games. 5 players are currently sitting on that. You must be pleased with your week so far.
Yeah, the way I've been playing over probably the last 2 years, I thought 5 nights, realistic, 3 points, 4 points, just don't go into the 4th, 5th night with 0 points. That was my nightmare. And now we've got a few points, so a few more points than what I expected, to be honest.